is my video for the 2021 project. This is the last check-in. My original goal was to learn more about options trading and eventually place an options trade. And looking back on it, the second part of that goal was not good, I guess, because it was so uh, it wasn't built. That second part of the goal, where to place one trade, wasn't like built. Wasn't. I guess I didn't. Obviously, I was done in like the next couple days or whatever, and obviously it's not something that I could work on or whatever. So I guess that's not. I guess that part wasn't. But learning more about it was a good goal, although it's not. I don't guess quantifiable or whatever. But the first time I remember I went on the Robinhood app, and like everything that I saw, I tried to like I wrote down the definition or whatever, and that helped me understand a little bit about like what I was looking at. But so then I went on to buy some options, and I'm also there's a me and a couple of my friends are like in this Discord server where there's a whole bunch of people there's a whole bunch of people in it, and they all day trade. Most of them, some of them, like the leaders of it, the people who started it, it's like a business, and you can subscribe to like um, they have bots to like alert you about what certain stocks you're doing. So people subscribe to that to day trade, and it helps them like get notified when they otherwise wouldn't be able to see everything that's going on. So we're in that. We don't actually subscribe to it, but we're in like the free section or whatever, and you can learn about a lot of stuff in there, and I do. Um, but so that was obviously before like the I think that was before the semester or whatever. Um, so I placed the options trade, and I've I've lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money doing it. I would say I've learned more about it, and the biggest thing I've learned about it is that um, I obviously knew that um, like I guess I've learned two things about it. Um, the thing I knew about it was that it was kind of high risk. I knew it was high risk, but I may have felt like I was ready for it, even though I probably wasn't. But I did it anyways, and I kept on doing it. So that's leading me on to the two things I learned about it. So the first thing I learned about it is one is about the actual things, and one's about myself. So one thing that I learned about it is that it takes a lot of time to like keep up with your stuff, because obviously I have like long-term stocks that you don't you don't mess with, obviously, so it takes almost no time. But I learned that if you're doing the options trading, you have to put a lot of time in it, and that time was more than I was like ready. It's more than I was ready to like put into it, and I guess I didn't know what I was doing, and I lost a lot of money. And the second one is about myself. I've learned that I'm kind of like a degenerate when it comes to investing, I guess, because I don't know like what I don't know what it is. I guess it's just cuz it's like takes more time to manage the risk, because I compare it. I don't think it may not be a good comparison or whatever, but I compare it to when I like bet on sports for fun or whatever, because when I do that, I always put like a certain amount. Like I always put like, for example, this is what I actually do. So I put like $1.50 down for each thing that I do. There's obviously some exceptions sometimes, but like 90% of the time I always put $1.50 down on each thing, right? And like that's all there is to it. So I think like some of my friends are way more of a degenerate when it comes to like sports betting or whatever, which is kind of investing, kind of that's my thought process. But when I'm in like the stock market, I don't know like what it is in my head, but maybe it's just cause I think it's cause like I honestly don't know, but I learned that I may be bad. I mean, I guess I just learned that I'm bad at it. I guess that's just a lot of words to say that I'm bad at it right now. But um, but I think the most important thing was that I learned that it takes a lot of time, and that not that I couldn't, not that I can't put in the time, but I just wasn't ready for it because I guess I didn't realize it before I got into it. Um, so I guess like that's the best thing that I learned about it. In the video, in your video you said how it applies to like business or whatever, and the obvious thing here is managing risk. Um, you know, like finances and business is all about managing risk. That's pretty much everything in life is about managing your risk. And I did a bad job of it in the past couple months in this specific case. So yeah, um, I've stopped. I haven't done anything really. Um, like let me look at it. Um, all I have is Dogecoin because I got on Dogecoin. Um, I bought more Dogecoin when it was like at 20 cents, but not very much of it at all. And then I'm on two long term things, and I've lost like I keep losing money on that every single day, but that's my long term play, so I'm not gonna sell it because um, I'm holding it for probably years now. Um, but yeah, um, and I'm not, and I haven't been putting in the time to you know research like how to manage risk in the specific scenario and about the individual stocks themselves. So yeah, and I guess another thing is that I kind of followed too blindly. Like I said, I was in the Discord server with a whole bunch of other people, and obviously, like I trust the people that are in there because they do it full time. But um, I may be not. If you don't do your own research, um, you may be missing some context or whatever. And also, like I said, I wasn't ready to put in the time, so I'm not in on every single thing that they do. And although they may make money in the long term, not obviously not everything they do is going to make money. And if I only choose the ones that lose the money for whatever reason, just because it's the one that I looked at for that day or whatever, then I'm just going to lose all my money. Um, so those are the three things I learned about myself and about my goal in the 2021 project. Obviously, I completed the goal, but it was a bad goal. So um, I'm going to continue it, obviously, um, especially over the summer when there's no school or something or whatever. So yeah. Um, the 20 like the project here. I don't think that it like pushed me at all to do it because I was doing it anyways. Um, like before, I got this book. Where is it? I got this book that I've been reading, and that was before the semester started, or whatever, or like I got it like right when the semester started. But I didn't get it like because of the project or whatever. So I say the project is good though. It'd be better if we weren't on Zoom, obviously, but that's not about the project. That's other circumstances. So yeah, there's my reflection on the 2021 project.